All right, welcome to this week's ABS Supernova webinar session. Our topic for today is unit not dispensing drinks. What we like to refer at Cornelius, and unit will be in simulation mode. As I mentioned to you guys just pressing the record button, this session will be recorded and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel for future viewing. Our YouTube channel is Marmon Food Service Technology, so you can always go back and review it at a later time. So how to communicate via the webinar. During the webinar, please type in all questions via the chat feature. Questions will be reviewed at the end of the presentation, so feel free to type in questions at any moment throughout the session. So first of all, how do we confirm that the unit is in simulation mode? So for units running software revisions 3.30.53 or older, will display MCB 251.252 or MFV 253.254. For units running software revisions 330.67 or newer, it will display MCB simulator and MFV simulator. So what troubleshooting steps do we want to conduct to kind of figure out why the unit's going in simulation mode? First step is check for any loose wire connections. So you would like to check for any loose connection on the MCB board on connection J30, okay? Verify the harness is connected and secure and not in the correct position. Please make sure that this harness connection is in J30 and not J31. Second, verify that the harness connection is secure and in the correct position on the MFV board. It should be connected at connection. The connection for the harness should be located in J18 and not in J10. Okay, so you want to make sure that the connection on the MFV board for this harness is in J18 and not in J10. Next, we want to verify that the USB harness connection that comes off the MFV board and goes to the UI display is also in the correct position and fully secured on both areas. We want to make sure it's connected here at the J13, that the USB is fully inserted onto the board, and at the same time, make sure that the USB is connected into one of the USB ports on the UI display. Second step, check for any shorted MFV solenoids, and this includes water or syrup. All MFV solenoids should be reading 9.1 ohms plus or minus 10%. As you're checking the solenoids, if any of these are out of this range, please replace the solenoid. Third step, check for any shorted / pinch proximity sensors. And these goes for all in following here on this slide. Turret door sensor, ice lid sensor, ice shoe cover sensor, glass cup sensor, or index sensor. If any of those are found defective, please replace. Fourth step and final step, check for dead boards. Go down and verify in the electrical box and verify that the MCB board has a red light blinking. If there's no lights blinking on the MCB board, verify that we have 120 volts input that's going into the board. If we have verified that there's actually voltage to the board, and at that moment, we could assume that we have a dead board as far as the MCB. For the MFV board, we want to verify that we have at least 30 volts DC coming to the board itself. If we verify that we have voltage coming to the board, but there's no lights blinking on the MFV board, and at that moment, we have considered that we have a dead board as well. In both instances, please proceed with replacing the board. If the previous troubleshooting steps did not resolve any issues, please call Marmon Link to further assist. You can call Marmon Link at 1-800-238-3600. For upcoming future opportunities, visit our website to register for upcoming trainings. Our website is the following: mfttechtraining.com. At this moment, I want to say thanks for joining. Before we break off, does anyone have any questions regarding the topic that we just discussed? Concerns, comments regarding ABS2? Feel free to ask at this moment as well. All right. Since no one has any questions or concerns, I would like to say thank everyone once again for joining this week's webinar session. Everyone have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You as well.